My name's Jenny Finch. I'm a director of Search Consultancy.
How can young people best prepare themselves for work?
There's a variety of different ways that they can do that, and I think that actually the preparation starts whilst they're still at school, in terms of the activities that they become involved in, any opportunities to do additional projects, so that they can fill their CV with areas that distinguish them from other students when they start applying for opportunities. So separate projects, if they can get involved in any type of activity from the school, working for anybody that they can get some work experience, talking to their parents, who do their family know. There's so many ways, and it's being proactive and it's having the right attitude in terms of making sure that they grasp and take on board every single opportunity that's presented.
Yep. What are the most important employability skills in your opinion?
For me, and having worked in recruitment for just over 23 years, it's all about attitude. I recruit people that want to be in the business, and I recruit people that I can train, that are keen to learn, individuals that perhaps don't necessarily have the technical skills to do the job, but have the right attitude. They turn up on time, they are smart, they follow instructions, they're happy to do some research outside of work as well, and it is about attitude and flexibility and keenness. That's the core elements that I definitely look for.
What kind of work experience activity would best prepare young people for a job in your sector?
For the particular sector that I operate in, there's actually many. We recruit people that have gone into work in many different industries. So, for example, for some of our teams, it might be that someone's worked within hospitality before, and we have a hospitality team. So, if they've worked, whether it's waitressing or waiting in the kitchens, and they have an understanding, then that stands them in really good stead. Alternatively, we recruit people that have come straight from college or university, that have got an interest in a particular sector. But generally speaking, most of the people that we recruit, we are able to train, and we have investors in people as an organisation, so we make sure that if the individuals have got the right attitude again, and they have got a willingness to work regardless of their background, they can move into the sector.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a lot of emphasis in education nowadays about people's CVs. So what kind of information are you looking for in a young person's CV?
That's a great question, and in someone's CV, in a young person's CV, it's about accuracy, it's about honesty, it's about being truthful in terms of what you put on your CV, making sure that your dates work, making sure that any type of qualification is, the grade that you have is an accurate grade so that you can demonstrate that further down the line. And going back to one of the questions that I was asked earlier, it's about making sure that any type of opportunity that you have, that you can put onto your CV, any extra activities that you've done at school, that's there. The other area is making it clear into what you're actually looking to do, in terms of, so when an employer reads your CV, they're really clear about the area that you're looking to get into. And making sure that it's structured in the right way, looking at the right format, and that you've checked it, and you've checked it again, and you've checked it once more.
Okay. There are many different routes into different sectors, so what are the routes into your particular sector?
There are many different routes into different sectors, absolutely, and I think that we're fortunate that actually it doesn't matter what background you come from. I've got examples of where we've recruited people from people being trained as a lawyer, people that have perhaps worked in hospitality, worked in general administration, worked in insurance, but again it comes down to the attitude of the individual and their commitment and interest in the sector that they're going to go into.
Okay. What are the different entry levels to get into the career and sector that you're in, and what can I expect the progression routes to be?
Okay, there's lots of different entry levels. So we do take in experienced people. We sometimes take people that join us within an admin capacity. The first entry level is becoming a resourcer. From a resourcer, you move on to becoming a trainee consultant, then a consultant, then a senior consultant, then a managing consultant, then a divisional manager, then an associate director, then a director. So in terms of career progression, in our organisation there is a lot, and there's a very structured career progression. In recruitment generally, there is definitely lots of opportunities to progress based on your success, and making sure that you're committed. And you might decide that you actually don't want to become a manager, because sometimes management is seen as the progression, and we have other routes in terms of actually people progressing successfully without going down the management route.